It's been a really fun group. Our attitude's been really good. It's been better than it's been in a couple years. And, I think that they've really been a group that's gotten along pretty well and supported each other, and they've trained really hard. I mean, for their own individual abilities and levels. I mean, they've really trained pretty well.
This year we had two great seniors, and they're both great leaders, and they really knew how to bring our team together, whether it's team events or anything like that. And just a bunch of group of guys, all the freshmen have the same personality, we all get along great, and we like to joke around. And this year, Coach Verge has been a little more lenient with some of the things we do, but he likes to joke around with us a lot now, so it's a little different, but we like it.
Enthusiasm level going into the meet's very high, and I think that will transition over to some really great swims for us, and it'll be exciting to watch. I mean, I certainly feel like our energy level is a lot better than it has been, and that really makes a lot of the difference in situations like this. Been successful in the fall, and I think that's the thing that we're trying to lean on, and being confident. And we swam well at last year's conference. I mean, we places real high, but I think for the most part the people we had there that are returning anyway for the men swam really well, and so that's something we're going to kind of be excited to take with us and lean on, and kind of go in with a great attitude about it.
I'd say our #1 priority is to finally not be last place. I know everyone out there, at least on this team, does not want to be last, and we have the chance to do that this year, so we've gone over it multiple times, whether it's relays or individual swims, what we have to do to get there, and our coach obviously tells us the importance. So obviously, like you said, PRs, if we went there and got last place and everyone had their best times, we can't complain, but definitely to move up.
You can't control what other teams are doing, and I know it's kind of a cliche in sports, but I think if we swim to our capability, we have the potential to move up a little bit. I don't know if we're as deep in some events as some other teams, but I think we can score in every event somewhere. And we just kind of have to get off on the right foot and keep the ball rolling. That really makes a big difference. There's some events we're not going to have a lot of points in, and other ones we really can do some things. And so you have to take advantage of those opportunities. And whether those guys feel a little more pressure or not, this is something they're going to have to kind of come around to. I think that the site sheet's great to kind of see where you're at, but as I told them on Saturday, we had a meeting that you still have to dive in and swim this weekend. You don't get the place based on what you did in the fall, and nobody else does either. Everyone's got to kind of step back in, and we got to go out and get the job done right now. And certainly that's one of the great opportunities about being able to move throughout the meet.
We come all this way, do all this work, so no matter what events we're in, we're going to step up. It's just the time to go.
Just got to be mentally strong to come out, and just be willing to give that little extra push if you need it, whether it's into a turn or off of a turn and things like that. And if we do that, I think we'll be in good shape. I'm excited to watch our kids swim, and they've done a great job this year. I've been really proud of them, been happy to coach them, and it'll be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend for us, I think.